Good morning, everyone. Yeah, thank you very much for coming over. Yeah, as you said, I'm Mindaugas Umantas. I'm the representative of the company Schöck for the Baltic states. I'm based in Vilnius, but we are now expanding our business and I would say focusing more on the Estonian market because we saw in the last time a lot of inquiries coming. People are more and more using thermal brakes instead of other solutions. And beginning this year, we decided to get or to look for the partner. And this is the company Enerest. We made a training early this year as well. And now they are, let's say, supporting us here with the local language, with the understanding of the market, with some national, I would say, alignments, which are not the case with comparing with Lithuanian market, for example, or Latvian. So yeah, they are here helping us, and thank you, Enerest and all which were included to organize this event. I see a lot of people here. Some of you I know already. Yeah, so let's start with the presentation. Why we are here. We are here to explain not just a rough idea of the thermal brakes, but a deep idea, how it should be treated and why it is important. And this is the slogan, the best reliable solution. And when we say this, we mean this, because the best solution, not especially Schöck product, each product, the best solution is reliable solution, especially if it goes about the structural part of the building. It should be reliable. So, and if we take the project for the calculation, helping engineers to do the job, when we make the calculation, we mean it will work. We believe it will work. If it will not work, we suggest other solution or let's say what should be improved or changed to make the structure work. Yeah, this is the slogan of our founder of the company. Those who want to be successful have to improve existing things or invent the new ones. Is a very inspiring person. Mr. Schöck was himself an engineer, and he was the inventor and creator of the thermal bridge solution. And for those who are interested to do your own business maybe later on as an engineer and as an entrepreneur, you can visit Schöck Estonian website and to go through the whole story of his success. So this invention, the thermal brake, in general, turned now into more than 200 million business. So engineers can do very good business as well if they have a good idea. Yeah, this is the whole company Schöck. They are the shareholders. This is a family business actually, and Mr. Schöck unfortunately died early this year, and this is the whole family. Yeah, and Mr. Schöck, let's say, guided the company till the very last days, and now the board, yeah, the board members and the family are guiding this the company through the same, let's say, the same way. When you're a successful entrepreneur, there is always, I think, idea in your head to spread the success with the others. So Mr. Eberhard Schöck created two foundations. One of them is the training in the building trades in Eastern and Central Europe. Actually, Eastern and Central Europe, it's Ukraine and Georgia included. We do, let's say, we train people there as well. Committed another foundation is committed to children, teenagers, and young adults in Germany, India, and Nepal. So let's start about Schöck. What is the company? What we do? I would say the main focus of our company is the thermal brakes. We have another products coming to the family or as a separate legs, let's say, to be stable on the market. but the main focus is on the thermal brakes. And the last gap which we closed last year with the product for the thermal insulation of the columns, where you don't need to wrap the column around with the insulation material. You just put the thermal insulation, let's say, element on the top of the column, and that's how you separate, and you don't need to make the thick walls. And this was the last invention and the last product where we closed the whole, let's say, thermal break issue around the house. Yeah, as you see here, we have like solution for parapets, for roofs, exterior walls. There are some examples over there. The facade, the stairs. For the stairs, we have impact sound insulation. I don't know about the regulations here, but it's little by little, especially when the investments are coming from Scandinavia, this demand for this impact sound insulation is coming. Yeah, our milestone of success. So the company was created in 1962. So as you see, this year we have 60 years anniversary. And the whole experience about the thermal brakes, the first thermal brake was created in 1983. So next year we will have 40 years of experience only with thermal brakes. So this says something because all the, let's say, competition, all the other companies only followed. In 1985, as I told you, there was another product group created for the impact sound insulation. At the beginning, there were only few products. Now the whole range expanded, but I will come to this later on. Now we close the whole staircase and landings with our combination of our products. 1997, the Schöck Combar, the glass fiber reinforcement, came into the market. It was developed together with the Danish manufacturer. I don't know now on the top of my head. I don't remember the name now, but it was the combination of our engineers and their know-how, and the product Combar was created. So you see, we have experience with fiberglass already from 1997, so it's 25 more years. And then the 2003, we don't have any, let's say for the easier or lower load-bearing elements, we don't have the rebars at the bottom for the connections for the balconies. Now we have HTE modules. It's our invention. And maybe my colleague Carlos will talk about this later on in his presentation, why and how it works. 2009, we got the Passive House certificate for the XT. XT and T, we have two different products with 80 millimeters thickness and 120 millimeter thickness. So the Passive House certification we got for the 120 millimeters element. Then we got for the Schöck Tronzol 2013 the approval for building authority. And in 2017, let's say the latest generation, the 7th generation of the thermal brakes, concrete-to-concrete connection of the balconies, appeared. In 2018, from the same material actually, Combar, we have created Schöck Isolink. This is the anchor for rain screen facade connections. And 2018, another invention with the short anchoring, which is, I would say, very important if you design the buildings or the balconies next to the hollow core slabs. And 2021, the Type P for the Tronzol for the impact sound insulation came into the market. So yeah, as you see here, this product was the last invention. This is for the columns. It separates column from the ceiling. It's just you disconnect. It has Passive House certificate as well, and it belongs to the product groups Connex. I would say this is something new, what you will see. So yeah, during this period of the company existence, sales and the production have expanded far beyond Germany, and now we have like a core markets. This is the DACH region, Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. France, Holland, UK, Poland, Italy, and the USA. All the rest of, let's say, of the countries are growing up. Maybe someone it will turn into the core market as well. So yeah, certifications are essential if you want to ensure the quality of the product and to be able to sell to different markets. As you see here, I think it's one of the most important markers here, CE/TA. Our thermal brakes for the balconies, for the cantilevers, for the roofs is covered by this certificate. So all the guidelines, not only for the ETA, but for EAT as well, are followed, and all tests are made and successful. Yeah, so Passive House Institute, we have two kinds of products from Passive House Institute. We have Passive House certified products and thermal efficient products. These are two. One of these have certificate, the others have confirmation that they are energy saving elements. Oh, another thing which is important, I believe some of you are designing projects in Scandinavia. They demand now the certificate, the EPD certificate. So yeah, as you see here, we have it as well. So if the customer demands it, it's here. Yeah, our production sites. The thermal brake elements are produced only in Germany. We have assembling in Poland. The shear dowels and punch shear reinforcement are produced in Hungary. And in Poland, we have only assembling. All the elements are supplied from Germany, and according to the customer's need, they are just put together. So what challenges do we face? So from 2021, the low energy standard of the EU Building Efficiency Directive applies. I know that you have a little bit more freedom here designing and adopting, let's say, solutions or using some site solutions, I would say, combined or welded on-site. It's not the case actually in Lithuania anymore. But the requirements are slowly leveling out, and everyone is starting to pay attention more on durability and sustainability. So we believe this is the future for everyone. Two-thirds of a private household greenhouse emission are caused by the heating. Yes, we should protect the environment, but nevertheless, there's other important topics to mention. As you know, the price for oil and gas and in general, the energy went up. And one of the solutions is to reduce the heating, like to 17 or 18, not a solution, recommendations, I would say. To reduce the heating to 17, 18, what does it mean structurally speaking? The cold bridge, it stays not that far from the wall. It comes a little bit inside the wall, and we have dew point closer to the ceiling, and we have let's say more problems when it goes about the cold bridges, because reduce the whole the temperature level comes into the cold temperature comes into the building, and this. Designing this structure should hold like the 50 years old, so no one can make weather conditions or weather forecast for 50 years, but the structural engineers should do this for 50 years to think about that the building will last 50 years at least. So what solutions do we offer? One of them are reduction of thermal bridges, then the impact sound insulation. Okay. And the last one, no, why is it? Okay, whatever. And the reinforcement, the combar. So how do we support the engineers? We develop and continuously improve our existing products. and to develop innovative materials. For example, as a combar, we use it wider and in the wider and wider range of the products. We simplify the work process, solve complicated questions of the buildings, improve the quality of the building, reduce the building time. Actually, it's very important to reduce the building time. Because here in Lithuania, in Estonia, Lithuania, and Latvia, as in Scandinavia, we have this on-site assembling of the elements. Like all elements are precasted in the factories, and they just want to assemble everything as fast as possible. So we have some inventions to let's say to attach the balconies to the walls without any wet processes on the building side. So it's very fast, very convenient, and reliable solution because it's stainless steel. What is important for the engineers is the calculation. And we have online the calculation tool for the thermal, let's say, calculation. And you can put there the balcony, the wall construction, component structure, and then the element of isocorp. And you get a rough estimation about the thermal transmissions. For the developers or developments where the Schöck isocorp elements will be installed, we use another software, Antherm, but this is on our side. Just the designers send us the task, and we do the calculation for the project according to needs. Yeah, this is how the output looks like. Actually, it's free of charge. If you want to use it, you can use it online just to play, just to give to the customer the results and the report for the project one or another way. It's not everything combined. Not all materials are there, but you can use it if you want. Just go to the German website and then switch to the English language. Another thing which is very important in the Baltics as in Scandinavia, for those who are designing projects in Scandinavia, this program is very well known. The Tekla warehouse, we have the component for the Schöck, two components for Schöck isocorp, and the Schöck isolink for the sandwich walls, fiberglass connection for the sandwich walls. And I heard already from some of you that sometimes it's unavailable to install an update. So if you use already the software, maybe some of you use it already. So if you want to update the software, just delete all the old files and then install the new one. Just all the folder which includes whatever data you have from the Tekla warehouse, just delete it and install the new one. Then it's supposed to work. When not, just give me a message. Do we have here some people from the factory, precast factory? No? Only designers, architects? Okay. So, but yeah, nevertheless, we have the Allplan software for the factories, which makes the work more efficient and faster. Then DCAT, I'm not sure if it's here the case. Someone using it? No, Tekla, maybe. And the Schöck home software. So here you see we have a bunch of different programs. These are free of charge. You can download it from our webpage, from the German one again. But when you install it after, you can choose the English language, or maybe I think there's Russian language as well. Yeah, so here we have beton. I think you understand this is the concrete-to-concrete connection. Here Stahlbeton, Stahlbeton is the concrete to steel, and this is steel to steel. And this is the punch shear reinforcement and the Schöck home bar. There's more programs to choose, but if you do your own calculation, you can download it for free. If you decide, let's say, or you are overloaded, you can send the task to our partners as well, and we do the calculation, let's say the preliminary calculation. The only thing we need is just the cross sections and the loads, preferably in the DVG. This is how this calculation looks like from our software. So this was made for the cantilever 3.355 meters. You see here always in red the deflection of the balcony, including the element. Okay, this balcony is on the columns, So you hear the loads. Here is the element, and all dimensions are shown. So you can double check it. And then you get the utilization of the elements, which is quite important. And this time we have 86. Some precast factories which are working with the Scandinavian market, they demand 80%. And some private house builders, they can, let's say that 95 or even 100. Another software which is online tool is the Schöck Scalex system. This system includes 2 modules for the balconies. Actually, here you can calculate more tricky ones, not only rectangle balconies, but trapezoid or some oval. This is possible. And the another product is the heavy-duty shear dowels. You can calculate the seams with those dowels as well. The only thing you need to register. Another important thing is for those who need or who do the layout drawings with the DVG or BIM-CAD, we have the library online. This is, let's say, a very useful tool for the Schöck Isocorp, Schöck Connex, Stacon, Dorn, and Schöck Bole and Transole. I will explain later on. These products seems to be the same or similar, but they have differences. So this is how the inside of the library looks like. You have a 3D component, 2D or BIM. You can choose whatever CAD system you need, and you just put it into the download center, and you download the whole bunch of elements you need for your design, for your balcony, for the layout. Now about the products. So you see here, small building, but it says a lot. How many different products do we have, and where do we separate, let's say, the cold part of the building from the heating loss or energy losses? Yep, that's the product which I mentioned before. This Connex Type P. This is how it looks like. By now, we have only this product only for columns 250 by 250, I think, yes? But the other sizes are on development. This one is actually mainly for the private houses. Yeah, high energy efficiency. Again, it has passive house certificate, healthy indoor climate, sustainable, and quality guaranteed. Another product, Connex Type V. I think some of you may know this. This can be used for the separation of walls from the ceiling or above the column or below. Type V. This one separates the wall as well. And the Type M. This one is used for the perimeter of the house to separate the walls from the ground zero, from the earth. And now we come to our, let's say, main product, to Schöck Isoborg CXT. This product is, which is shown here, has reinforcement made of fiberglass. So the only reinforcement which we have here made of steel is for the shear here, as you see. And the stainless steel, the rebars going through the insulation layer are always made of stainless steel. And here for the tension we have already the fiberglass. So it's the warmest possible connection at the moment on the market. Yeah, actually, there is a sample there. You can have a look later on during the pause. The one issue with this element which you may have is the fire resistance and the cover layer, because it's much lower, because the reinforcement doesn't have any, the glass fiber, it doesn't corrode, so you have less insulation layer or the cover layer on the top of the balcony. Okay, Schöck Isocorp XT type SK and SQ actually. These are the products designed to use for the steel balconies or steel structures or timber balconies. We have here reinforcement anchored into the slab, and from the outside we have the steel or concrete. Yeah, it may be concrete balcony as well with the steel profiles inside. So underneath we can produce the anchoring into the wall. The reinforcement can be bent down or it can be bent up, but never bent to the side or one or another side. There was an issue in Riga. We had the designer didn't ask us and designed to the sides, and then we had to change the whole construction. What I want to say with this drawing that we have many products, but not all of them cover everyday need. So we do specials as well if needed. Yeah, this is the product. Another product, which is, let's say, the third grade, we have concrete to concrete, concrete to steel. This one is steel to steel. When you need to separate the beam coming from the inside to the outside, or to have cheaper solution, let's say for the small roof, you can use steel to steel connection. Steel to steel connection can separate the beam, as I said, and can be connected to the Peiko welder, for example. Peiko weld anchor into the wall, and then you separate and you connect the beam through the thermal break steel to steel connection. Yeah, as you see here, there are a few different options how to do it. So here we have everything anchored into the wall, hidden into the wall. And this is actually modular system. The top elements are for the tension. The bottom elements are from compression and for the shear. So when you combine them all together, you can do like connections up to whatever meter 50, especially in America, it's very popular. Yeah, as you see here, it's a modular system. These pieces in between can be purchased from us, or you can fill the gap just with the regular insulation material which you use for the wall insulation. For innovation, we have one product which is called RT type SK, but mainly I offer always to use this one because it's much easier to install, and you just make the gap into existing slab, put some additional reinforcements, and then you just pour the fresh concrete. This one is more complicated because you need to drill the holes. To drill the holes in the exact place, sometimes the holes should be like 80, even up to 1 meter depth, and you should put all the chemistry inside, and it's more complicated. But it's useful when you have kind of conversion of the old building, like office building conversion into the apartment house, for example, where balcony didn't exist before. So you can attach the balcony and bring more value to the apartment. One more solution for the parapets, type A. And now we come to the Tronzol, the impact sound insulation product. As you see here, we cover everything around the staircase and the landing. In total, there is 7 products, different products, but usually we use the combination of 2 or 3. It's enough, actually. You don't need to put everything what we have into the staircase. There is no software, unfortunately, for that because there are many different, too many different solutions. So we go according to technical information or manual. Yeah, this is the connection for the staircase. Staircase to the landing. One of the parts, this part or this part, should be casted on site. I don't need to explain a lot for you about this. I think you all know PECO with the solution. So if you decide to have alternative, we have ETA certificate for this product as well, and designing programs. So feel free to design it and offer it to the customer as a alternative. Yeah, now I come to the product for the heavy duty shear dowels. This is the product Stack-On and the Dorn. The old Dorn, actually, maybe this one will explain more. This is the old Dorn. The old Dorn had a round, let's say, dowel, and the new one has square. It has more load bearing capacity, and it has already the ETA certificate. What is, I would say, very important to mention in these products are made 100% of stainless steel instead of these small parts, which are not important. This one is not covered with stainless steel, as some of our competitors do. It's all made of stainless steel, so there can be no damages. Let's say if some vibrations appear or some damage in the surface. This is the main difference. Schöck Isolink. This is another product for I would say ventilated facades. This connects let's say facade to the wall. The anchoring is made with the chemical anchors, liquid anchors. We have 3 different manufacturers made with them tests and got approval. And there are 3 different diameters, 12, 16, and 20 millimeters. And as far as I know, you are free to use it here in Estonia. We don't have this possibility in Lithuania, unfortunately, because they made a local national norm where the whole system up to the last screw should be combined and certified in the local certification center as a system. So this is almost impossible, I would say. Yeah, DIBT certificate, passive house certificate, and so on and so on. Actually, with these kind of products, when you use the steel anchors or the aluminum anchors especially, with these products you can use less insulation material. Because this connection, the glass fiber connection, it shouldn't be treated as a connection. Because it has 0.07 or something thermal transmittance. The same product, different use for the sandwich panels. There is a mock-up sample over there. We have spoken with some of you already about it. And we will have another colleague coming over with more exact explanation how it works and why it's better solution than that solution we have nowadays. The Schöck Combar, this is the reinforcement, the product which I explained to you before. Some of the engineers are asking straight away about tensile forces and so on. So here you have, let's say, more technical data about the product. This is for the straight bars. This one is for the bent bars. Bars can be bent only in the factory. There is no possibility to bend it afterwards. So if you need some special design, this product, it will not replace steel so far, even stainless steel. The prices went up, but fiberglass is still more expensive, especially that one which is supposed to hold the structure for the 50 years or longer. I mean tested and certified product. But for, let's say, special projects where steel cannot be used because of corrosion next to the sea or some, I would say, aggressive environment, this product can be used, or some electrical transmittance. So here you can see comparison combar with B500 steel. These are, let's say, the main projects where it can be used, where normally steel can be used because of corrosion. Yeah. Non-conductive, non-magnetic, non-corrosive. This is what you should remember about this product when steel cannot be used. So few projects, case studies I want to go through. I think many of you know this project at Rimaja Residence. It's in Tallinn here. It was a renovation of the building. What we see here are the balconies, which were touched through the type SK elements, which were bent downwards in this case. And here we had straight elements. And yeah, you can pass by. It was one of the first projects in Tallinn which we had. Another renovation project is in Viljandis Jõe 11. It's in Riga. It's again renovation with the type S steel-to-steel connection, because the new building and the old building was connected one to another through the corridor, which was on the steel beams. So those steel beams should be separated or thermally broken. So there was a type S used, steel-to-steel connection, and another SK type, and SK special with the bent reinforcement again was used for the connection of the balconies. One more project in Riga. These are the regular, let's say, the balconies. But what is important to mention, when you use the concrete balcony, instead of wrapping, you can just attach the railing whatever you want, and you don't have any drainage issues or hidden defects. Some of the architects are asking about the biggest possible cantilever. So this is one of the issues in Kaunas, in Lithuania. This is the Olympic swimming pool, Žalgiris Olympic swimming pool, and here we have the cantilever. The maximum what we achieved was 5 meters, almost 40. And there were again special elements made, concrete to concrete connections. Some of them were 380 millimeters high, and some of them were 580 millimeters high, and with the 3 layers of reinforcement already. So, but it's possible. No people walk on here. It's only the roof. It's supposed to hold the own weight and the snow load. Yep, here we have project in not far from here, the Vector in Tallinn. 2 types of isocorp SK and SK special were used with the steel, concrete to steel connections. And yeah, now I think they built 8th floor already. I'm wondering if I will manage to visit the building site tomorrow morning. What? I can come today? Okay. Is Marty here? Not yet, but he's on the building site, I think. Okay. Yep, I can come today if we have time. Yeah, and one more project in Riga, where type K and type S was used. Yep, that's it. A little bit earlier went through all the things. Maybe you have some questions or ideas.